Have you ever wondered how the commercial property market is faring amidst rising insurance costs and trade uncertainties? Welcome to the Commercial Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hamoen. Let's get right to it. In the latest report from the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, certain sectors of the commercial property market are beginning to show signs of recovery. However, overall sentiment remains cautious. Data from the first quarter of 2025 indicates that tenant demand across all commercial property types remains largely unchanged, with a net balance of plus 1%. While demand for industrial and office space increased slightly, with net balances of plus 9% and plus 6% respectively, retail continues to lag behind, recording a net balance of minus 13%. Survey responses highlighted the rising costs faced by tenants, particularly due to the increase in national insurance contributions. In addition, uncertainties stemming from United States trade policies, especially recent tariff measures, were cited as concerns for market participants. Prime industrial and office properties are projected to see moderate rental growth over the next year, with expectations of 2.2% and 2.1%, respectively. Conversely, rents in secondary retail and office markets are expected to decline by 3.2% and 2.6%. Alternative property types, including data centers, multifamily housing, life sciences facilities, and aged care homes, are forecast to outperform. Investment inquiries across the board showed marginal improvement, with the net balance increasing to plus 4% from minus 4% in the previous quarter. The industrial sector was the strongest performer, with investment interest climbing to plus 18%. The RICS Commercial Property Monitor also forecasts a modest appreciation in the value of prime industrial and office properties, close to 2% over the next 12 months. Meanwhile, secondary assets in both categories are likely to see declines of around 2.5%. Again, alternative sectors are expected to lead in capital value growth, particularly data centers and build-to-rent housing. In central London, prime offices are forecast to deliver the highest rental gains, nearing a 5% increase. Northern Ireland and Scotland are predicted to lead in industrial rental growth, while optimism in retail rents is more concentrated in Scotland and the northeast of England. Franco Ferrauto from PropMoto reports that recent changes to the Small Business Administration loan program could have a significant impact on retail leasing. The Small Business Administration, established in 1953, aims to promote small business growth through financing and other means. Its primary tool, the 7A loan program, guarantees a portion of qualifying loans, allowing lenders to offer more favorable terms. This week, the Trump administration introduced changes to the loan application requirements that could soon affect retail leasing, particularly since small businesses are often the primary tenants in many retail real estate locations. Several key changes were made to the Small Business Administration loan program. One significant change is that borrowers must now verify their citizenship or permanent residency. Although data on foreign citizens applying for these loans is limited, this requirement could reduce the number of eligible companies. Another notable change is aimed at speeding up the loan vetting process. Borrowers are no longer required to submit tax returns and may instead use certified public accountant-reviewed financial statements. Additionally, franchise owners will no longer need to submit franchise documentation for review, as franchises will now be treated like any other business. For partial business sales involving a Small Business Administration loan, the transaction must now be structured as a stock purchase, and sellers must personally guarantee the loan for at least 2 years. Minority owners are also now required to sign personal guarantees to ensure repayment, even if business ownership changes over time. These changes could potentially lead to a boost in retail leasing, as the adjustments might make it easier for small businesses to secure financing, thus increasing their capacity to lease retail spaces. The Small Business Administration loan program is vital to the country's small businesses, and any adjustments to it will inevitably impact the retail real estate industry that depends on them. In Canada, particularly in regions like Kitchener-Waterloo, London, and Cambridge, Ontario, small businesses also play a crucial role in retail leasing. While these changes are specific to the United States, the effects could be observed across the border, emphasizing the interconnected nature of North American retail markets. In the Woodlands, Texas, there is a notable trend in the construction sector focusing more on industrial spaces. According to Vanessa Holt from Community Impact, as of early 2025, there are more industrial spaces under construction compared to the previous year. Interestingly, no new office or retail spaces are under construction as of early April. This shift highlights a growing demand for industrial real estate in the area. The office sector in the Woodlands experienced a 1% increase in occupancy in March compared to the previous year, based on data from Caldwell Companies. Although there was a slight decrease in industrial occupancy in February, both industrial and retail occupancy saw a 0.1% increase in March compared to the first quarter of 2024. This suggests a gradual recovery in these sectors. Rental rates for office spaces have been on the rise since 2022, while retail rates have been declining since 2023, reaching a 3-year low as of early April. On the other hand, industrial rental rates have shown slight recovery following a decline during 2022 to 2023. This realignment in rental rates reflects broader market dynamics in the Woodlands. In Silver Spring, Pennsylvania, a major development project is underway, spearheaded by a joint venture between the Rockefeller Group and MBK Real Estate. This ambitious project involves the creation of a 2 million square foot industrial park on a 182-acre site, part of the former 451-acre Hempt Farm. Taylor Williams from April 23, 2025, reports that the Silver Spring Logistics Park will consist of 3 buildings, with sizes ranging from 318,060 square feet to 892,620 square feet, and featuring clear heights of 40 feet and 185-foot truck court depths. The development is strategically located approximately 3 miles from Interstate 81, offering quick access to Interstate 76 and Interstate 83. It's also conveniently situated 21 miles from Harrisburg International Airport and within reasonable distance from major ports and airports, including the Port of Baltimore and Philadelphia International Airport. CBRE has been appointed as the leasing agent and also brokered the land deal on behalf of the seller, HSS Investors Limited Liability Company. In terms of construction, the project partners include Margulies Helsley Architecture, civil engineer Alpha Consulting, and general contractor Pentex Construction. This development highlights the ongoing demand for industrial spaces, aligning with broader market trends observed in regions like the Woodlands, Texas, where industrial space construction is also on the rise. Such projects are crucial in meeting the growing logistical and distribution needs of businesses across North America. Thank you for listening to the Commercial Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hay Moon. See you on the next one.